You said it there. One of the only question marks, really, Philip, around Florian was how does he adapt to the Premier League? Because you're right, the Bundesliga is a wonderful league. Of course, it is. It's one of the best in Europe. But the Premier League, the intensity of it, the speed of it, the pace of it, the physical demands of it. But from what you're saying there are no concerns whatever when it comes to Florian.
Um, Eric Meyer told me when I was talking with him 2 weeks ago, when he was looking back at his time at Anfield, he said, "Of course, I didn't have the quality Florian had. For me, the most important thing was to come along the tempo and the speed of the Premier League." And he said, I was happy that it was half time. But of course, there will be pressure. There will be high expectations for Florian. You know, the fee is standing above everything. And but as Maya said, I don't have any doubts because he can read every game and he adapts very fast. And if he copes directly with the speed and the tempo, technical, there were not many players good as him. And also Karl-Heinz Riedle, he played there
Yeah.
at Liverpool from 97 to 99. He said, for a player like him, it's a gift because you have so many good offensive players before you, beside you, behind you. And he said, Florian Wirtz is a talent of the century we never had in Germany before. And this is something like an incarnation about a player because, what kind of players we had in Germany before Florian Wirtz. And he said, as you mentioned, he said he is the best ever. A talent of the century we never had before. So what can you expect more from him? Nothing. This is something which you say, wow, this was a statement never had given before about Florian Wirtz. And Riedle is a world champion. And he played with Völler, Klinsmann, Lothar Matthäus, Bremer, all these guys. And he said Florian Wirtz is the best. Wow. Don't put so much pressure on him, but he can cope with pressure. Pressure is for him not a problem. When you see what he did in Leverkusen, there was one very particular phrase from Xabi Alonso I will never forget. When Florian was still in rehab, when Alonso took over, he said, Florian Wirtz will make every team better, and even me as a manager. You see what happened, and this is what was my closing phrase in the column at the time. So I think Arne Slot will become a better manager even in the next years than he is already with Florian, because this player gives a team so much. He can play in every role. He can always also play as a double six. He played once a double six with under Peter Bosch. No problem. He is the first attacker, but even the first defender, which makes it so difficult to play against him. And you will see all these small steps, the way he moves, even without a ball, cruising between the lines. And this is, as I watch Liverpool, this is a way Liverpool likes to play, with short passes between the lines to find the one who's going between the lines, attacking also the first line. He's the perfect player for this. And I think this is what which impressed him very well, to see the plan of Slot, to plan with him. So he really have seen the player inverts he needs. And as I said, with Wirtz, you can play in every formation, no problem.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so excited. I'm so honestly, even for pre-season, just to watch him, from everything that you're saying, everything I'm hearing, honestly, everything that Jeremy said yesterday as well is just, yeah. I've seen him play, obviously, in the Bundesliga, and I've seen the clips and the highlights, but it sounds like you've just enjoyed watching him every single week and studying him, and yeah, so much. Philip, before we wrap up, I wanted to ask, sort of, obviously, you've got three more parts to come in this special series that you've done. Don't tell us all the details, obviously, because we want people to go over there and read it. But how much did you enjoy putting this together, and sort of what else is there left to say about him, I guess?
To write these parts. Yeah, it was something like writing a book about him because being here as a reporter, as I am since 2008, to witness to win the German championship will ever be combined with his name. And this was in and the episode we will publish today. It will be, I can tell you, it will be three Sundays in his career play a special role. There was this injury, 13th of March, 22, a Sunday. Then he made this incredible goal of the year, 29th October 23, a Sunday. And then the 14th of April, 24, also a Sunday, all the games in Leverkusen, when Leverkusen became champion. And I remember when I really jumped out of my seat in astonishment when I saw the third goal against Werder Bremen, when it was Florian's first goal. And was so remarkable that he scored his ever hat-trick as a professional in this game when Leverkusen became champion. And it was always, and Simon Rolfes mentioned it in his letter, that he said, you always wanted to score a hat-trick. And this hat-trick came on the very day Leverkusen became Bundesliga champion. And he sealed it when he was sitting on the bench because Xabi Alonso did a lot of rotation between those quarterfinal games against West Ham United, playing Thursday, the first leg, and then on the other 3 days after in London again. So he wanted to spare a bit of power of Florian, so he brought him on and as a sub at the beginning of the second half. And even when the crowd was on the pitch, there is this iconic photograph when he was, no, stay calm, stay away from us. We want to continue to finish this game. Even they were 4-0 up and everybody was a bit, no more pitch invasions, please. Let us finish the game. He even scored the 5-0. He can't stop. If he has the ball, he has the ability to score, he scores. And this makes him so incredible. And as I said, I mentioned this, and he said also in a video that this 3-0 maybe was his best goal ever, even better than the goal of the year in Germany, 23. But these are totally different. It was a long shot, and this other was a dribbling. So you see the range of scoring is so huge. He can even score by head, it's just as he did against Portugal in the Nations League. This is maybe the only thing he could improve a bit. But what do you say? Complaining on the highest level. And what Florian makes so special is the flexibility he has in his game. He will never know what he does in the next moment. But he is looking ahead 3 or 4 seconds. So this makes him so good. You can't really know what will happen, but he has the idea already when he sees when the ball is coming. This is what Lukas Radetzky said. He sees spaces where no spaces are.
Right.
I can't make a better explanation about his game of the play. You have to watch it. And then you will see it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it, like I say. I'm going to ask you, actually, obviously, I do recommend the series that you put together. I've read the first two parts that have been released already. They're brilliant, and I'm sure the next three that follow will be equally as good as well. So I do advise people to go over to Bild and check it out. I'll put a link in the description and all that stuff as well. But I wanted to ask you finally, Philip, before we wrap up, obviously, you've watched this journey from start to where we are now. You've seen the good, obviously the goals and the magic moments, and you've seen the bad, obviously the injury to sort of stunted his development for a period of time. I assume from everything that you've said, you mentioned the fact there could be a fairy tale Champions League game maybe in Leverkusen at one point, but you're such an admirer of the way Florian Wirtz plays the game. I presume you'll carry on watching him at Liverpool.
Yes, I think so. No problem. Fortunately, the games are shown on Sky Germany, and yeah, I will have a look beside my Fiorentina games. Italy, I hope they are not crossing, so you have to put on the second screen, which was quite normal at my house here. And yeah, of course, as I said, it's a mixture between. Also, as a fan said, they are happy for him, but of course, there is a bit sadness because losing a player like him, you will never be able to substitute him. But Leverkusen said it's not possible to substitute him one by one. But everybody here will ever or will never forget what he did for Leverkusen. And as I said, this championship, the domestic double, but the championship means more for the people here. Will always be connected with his name. And, of course, the younger generation was not able to see players like maybe Amazon or Zé Roberto in the stadium. But, of course, Florian Wirtz was the hero of a new fan generation. And, yeah, I would see, very, very interesting to see who will be the next one for the most sold shirts in the next year, because it's a very big turnover here in Leverkusen. Frimpong away, Alonso away, Tar away, Wirtz away, Xhaka, rumors with AC Milan. So there is a lot of money, but maybe Konsa will becoming a new hero here. Let's see. Normally, Leverkusen and the management are doing a marvelous job on the transfer market. Of course, now they have a bit more on the bank to spend. Yeah, but this Wirtz deal was more than a normal transfer. It was the transfer of the best player the club ever had. And of course, a lot of people say it's too expensive for a football player. No. He is worth every penny, every pound, every cent, every euro.
Well, that is the absolute perfect way to finish this conversation, Philip. Thank you so much for your time. Once again, massively appreciate you joining me. I do recommend everybody heads over to Bild and checks out the articles. Like I say, brilliant so far and many more to come. Philip, once again, thank you so much. Massively appreciated. Everybody else, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Take care. I'll see you soon.